I would first like to thank Susan Miller-Cochran, the hosting committee, the CWPA, and my fellow panelists, Michael and Darcy, for allowing me to present remotely since I decided not to attend this conference while in the state of North Carolina. I realize that in my absence, I failed the organization, my own professional development, and my CUNY graduate students who I encouraged to attend. I would also like to thank our organization's leadership for taking and articulating a strong stand against HB2. In his introduction to the Queer Art of Failure, Jack Halberstam defines a new kind of optimism. Not an optimism that relies on positive thinking as an explanatory engine for social order, nor one that insists upon the bright side at all costs. Rather, this is a little ray of sunshine that produces shade and light in equal measure and knows that the meaning of one always depends upon the meaning of the other. Halberstam's optimistic skepticism offers WPAs a framework to consider our work as not only what happens in the present, but also encourages us to reflect upon the past as a means to consider what may be possible in our futures. If any group can understand dark uphill battles and who face failure with a sense of optimism, WPAs can and do. It's a constant of our intellectual labors, maybe even an integral part of our job descriptions. In one personal yet political occurrence in my recent academic life, I try in equal measure to point to institutional frustrations where I hope to find a glimmer of optimism. On March 17, 2015, the president of my college sent me the following correspondence, commenting upon my impact on the campus. He wrote, "While taking up this appeal, I am reminded of your many contributions to the Department of English and to the college. Your teaching is strong, as demonstrated by student evaluations and by your receipt of one of the college's Distinguished Teaching Awards. Your leadership has helped other faculty members contribute to the collective understanding of how students learn writing most effectively. Your mentorship of our students is appreciated not only by your peers, but by students themselves. You are regularly featured as the faculty member who has shaped students' academic journey. Your influence is manifested by your students' research endeavors in the annual first-year student showcase and the Dean's List, and nationally as a successfully student-nominated member of the Phi Eta Sigma National Honor Society. I personally appreciated the care and graciousness with which you created a space where the Middle States accreditation team could live in and work from during our site visit, the Middle State Evidence Room. I thank you for your contributions and look forward to working with you as you continue to be a productive and engaged member of our community." In this missive, the President describes an abridged list of my impact at the college, which in many ways aligns with CWPA's Portland Resolution and statement about the intellectual work of writing administration. Seemingly, my institution, with the representative words of its president, values the same types of intellectual labor supported by our field at large. Yet, allow me to reveal the first paragraph of this correspondence. Dear Associate Professor Macbeth, as president of the college, I have conducted an independent review of your record. This is the second such review, with the first taking place after the Faculty Appeals Committee did not support your case for promotion in the spring of 2015. Based on my independent review, I have concluded that I will not overturn the decision by the Faculty Appeals Committee. My reason for denying your appeal rests on your scholarly record, which I've determined to be insufficient for promotion to the rank of professor. The scholarly record to which he refers means the publication bean counting, which in the end was the sole criterion of the promotion procedure. A colleague of mine suggested that had the organizational structure of this letter been flipped, that its logical fallacies would have risen to the apparent surface. Concurrently with this promotion decision, the Faculty Senate of my college had been in contested conversations with the President and Provost about 1, our full-time workload, 2, the size of our classes, 3, the preparedness of our students, and 4, our lack of research funding. They complained that they felt unsupported in the increasing demands of the tripod, which you will read as publication, teaching, and service. So while my faculty moaned to upper administrators about their faculty conditions, they made decisions about faculty tenure and promotion that could have alleviated the tensions and pressures that they cited as unfair workplace disadvantages. And what I see is a perfect example of the Foucauldian repressive myth, where power oppresses unidirectionally from upper bureaucracies down. This situation demonstrated that the influences of power could actually press in from the middle constituencies who had decision-making power yet didn't acknowledge or utilize it. Their failure to self-reflect made them complicit in bureaucratic powers that they censored yet failed to resist when given the opportunistic agency. Okay, admittedly, and as my chair informed me, my failure was in the delivery of my promotion package. I hadn't branded myself well enough, nor made it easy enough for my faculty colleagues to read my promotion materials. Fair enough. But doesn't that also put into question the failing exegetical abilities of my campus colleagues, who often complain about student superficial readings of their assigned documents? The promotion committee sent word back that I would probably get promotion in the future once I had done something significant. Additionally, while obviously I never read my external reviewers' letters, my chair assured me that they were stellar, and I owe many thanks to my national colleagues who supported me. Yet their reliability as reviewers came into question. As I had worked frequently on national executive committees and journal review committees, I knew a lot of people in the field. And my chair warned me that future review letters should not be so friendly. So, what's to do with the dark ambivalence about my promotion experience? What further can we do with a little ray of sunshine that would afford us a more optimistic analysis and favorable resolutions of this maybe not so isolated failure? Before I conclude, I just want to list some of the failures associated with this situation and perhaps their axiomatic implications. Bullet. I failed at earning promotion to full professor. Tenure promotion failure affects one's income as well as one's forthcoming retirement benefits. Bullet. I failed to present convincing promotion materials. In neoliberal corporatized contexts, one must master a branding literacy that exceeds the conventional elements of discourse and overreaches into a rhetorical proficiency of self-advertisement. Bullet. I failed to produce enough publications. In making career advancement decisions, one must prioritize the ever-present tripod, publishing, teaching, serving, yet realize that their proportions depend upon extenuating and mitigating factors and values of the particular institution. The tripod may in fact be a single revolving pole upon which one needs to securely sit. Bullet. The promotion committee failed to read my promotion file with interpretive nuance. Exegesis remains an important part of the promotion process, but without any norming procedures in place, the final decisions based on committee readings proceed without consistency or self-reflection. Bullet. The faculty on this promotion committee failed to acknowledge their complicit power in a system that they, in fact, criticized. Like in most judicial systems, where procedures and protocols involve judgment, one must understand one's subjective position and ethical decision-making in context of the larger power structure in which they take place. Bullet. The institution failed because it has yet to articulate the expectations for tenure promotion in transparent definitions or with any obvious means of calculation. High-stakes judgments demand high-stakes definition. Bullet. Our field has failed to wield convincing authority. While a field may evolve into a recognized discipline, as CompRet has, it still may need to justify its authority in wider circulation within academia if it intends to have influence. Bullet. Our organization's resolutions fail to have impact at the micropolitical context of individual campuses. Resolutions only matter if they are known, understood, and heeded. When the promotion committee uttered the performative statement, "We hereby deny your promotion," and then my appeal to the president equally misfired, a series of events went into action as exemplified by my bulleted list. In the academic arena of the university, the performative utterance hovers behind every corner, but most often lurks quite closely near its moments of failure. But then, how could this method of accumulating failure help us to navigate some better pedagogical possibilities, to induce more convincing argumentative responses to our colleges, and to instigate student, faculty, and institutional actions that enlighten our current state of affairs. I would first like to thank Susan Miller Cochran, the hosting committee,